We are live, baby. It is episode number 83 of The Shift as the march on to episode number 100. Unlike Novak Djokovic, Nick, we will get to 100. You have no idea what I'm talking about. It's fine. No, just for preference, real quick, you know my extended intros. Novak Djokovic had a chance to get 100 ATP titles this past weekend. He did not. He lost to a 19-year-old. He's stuck at 99. Who will get to 100 first? The Shift getting to 100 episodes or Novak Djokovic getting to 100 ATP titles? It's a burning question. Is it an overreaction? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
A good tease by you right there.
That's what I do.
Good tease. Think about it. If you're watching, you're just joining, just getting in. I know he goes for a little bit. We know this. It's how Francisco operates. The good tease. Oh, we'll get to 100. We'll get to 100 before Novak.
Okay.
Do you have I know reason? You're a big tennis guy. You're a big tennis guy.
I'm curious. Do you have a big reason behind that? Or you want to give me some analysis? Nope.
Not one reason behind it. It's gut feeling. How about that? We're going to go with gut.
I like that. Yeah. That's good work by you. But that, you know what? Record short time on the intro, Nick. Let's just get right to it, baby. I know you're doing well. I know you're ready to go to the Phils tomorrow. You got work to do this week. You're already ready. You got your Phillies hat on. You got your Phillies sweater. But, man, there's a lot to talk about today. We have a bunch of topics. I cannot wait to get to all of it. We have overreaction talk about the first 5 to 6 days of the regular season. Jurickson Profar suspended 80 games for PEDs. We're going to get to that. Garrett Crochet, an extension.
Yeah.
The Atheltics, press room in a shed. I don't even know how to tease that, Nick. I don't even know how.
God.
I don't know how it works. And then we actually talk some college baseball. Really, I don't even know what the word is to describe what you sent me earlier, Nick, but college baseball having a curfew and affecting games. We'll talk about that. And then lastly, we're almost there to the winner of our March Madness bracket by the best seasons ever by MLB players in the history of the game. We will end with that. But you know where we start, Nick. Nick, why don't you tell the people, man? What are we starting with?
This is no question. We had to find a day. Like our schedules, they line up as best as they can during the week. So
right.
I was like, dude, we are going to find a way to do this. I had JUCO baseball today. I put together a broadcast, but there was no way. Nothing was stopping. What does everybody think of these torpedo bats, man? Come on. Are you serious? This is nuts. I texted you right away when the Yankees were putting up 20 runs. I was like, yo, what is going on here? Like, this is insane, Francisco. I only put 2 quotes from 2 important people regarding this this topic, I guess. But man, everyone has something to say about the torpedo bats. Do you want me to give my opinion right off the bat?
Absolutely, please. Right. Like, what do you think? So it's been what? It's been like 3 days now, like
4 or 5
or less.
4 or 5.
People have been giving their opinions. Nick, just kind of give me where you're generally at on it. Like, really the overarching question that I wanted to get to is like, are people making too much of the whole torpedo bat thing in Major League Baseball? So let's just get to it all.
All right. So here was my original thought, right? At first, I'm like, what? The Yankees are using deformed bats. They're using special bats. Is that legal? Is that cheating? Are they cheating? I was like, that was my first thought, right? And I'm thinking here, I'm like, wow, okay. Like, all right, is this legal? Are they allowed to do this? Are the Yankees able to go out and use different types of bats? So first, I'm like, no, it's the Yankees. They're definitely cheating. It's the Yankees. They're definitely cheating.
They're cheating. Yeah, of course.
I was like, that was my first thought. The Yankees,
Right.
Right off the bat, I'm like, whoa, okay. Then I'm sitting there. I'm like, you know what? I need to do a deep dive on the bats, taken from everything that's gone into it. So apparently they were used last year by a couple of players. They were used last year by I think Stanton used it last year at one point. I know Bellinger commented on, like, I think he used it last year. So this is I mean, it's new, but they were used last season. Okay? That's the main thing. They were used last season. Fast forward to this year. Spring training. It was the talk of spring training, supposedly, right? They followed every single rule that is in the rule book. They did the guy who created it, Aaron Leanhart, who's now an MIT graduate. Guy was in physics, right, for years. And got a quote from him to your left here. You're watching. This guy was in MIT. Worked for the Yankees for a couple of years. Helped design this bat, and talk to the players about what can help them gain an edge offensively and while they're batting. He now is with the Marlins down there. He created this bat, just kind of moved the weight down, followed every single rule in the rule book. I know everyone knows the bat rule now. They're not corked. They just moved a little bit of the weight down. I have no issue with it. I really don't. I think this is innovative. I'm surprised it did not happen sooner. That is my thing. Like, I'm surprised this never happened sooner with how long baseball has been around, how long the rules have been implemented and in place. And man, I was like, you know what? This is a great idea. It's a great invention. I'm cool with it. And, obviously the Yankees scored a lot of runs. They hit a bunch of home runs. Jazz, Volpe. I know the big thing is, well, if you can't hit an inside pitch, then you're getting jammed all the time. You must suck. Well, I mean, this is legal. And if it's helping guys, not get jammed all the time, more power to you. I have no issue with it. If you feel comfortable using the bat, use it. It's not going to be the end-all, be-all. Is it going to make a difference? Sure, I think it will. But we've been in an era of pitching for how long now? Let the fence get a little edge here. I have no issue with it. I think it's great. You look at what Terry Francona said, and watch on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You see the quote right there from Terry Francona, because Ellie De La Cruz, I had to somehow spin Ellie into this.
He had a night last night.
He had a massive night using the bat.
Yep.
So, I mean, Terry Francona say it's more the player than the bat. What he told De La Cruz, the most impressive thing was the line drive to left field. You better make some pretty good pitches if he's on balance like that. It's more about the hitter, and he's right about that. You still have to go out there and hit. Is it going to give you a little bit of an edge? Sure. Is it going to be a fad? Maybe. Might be more of a fad. But it's going to help some guys, especially on those in the inside part of the plate, not get jammed a lot. So I'm cool with it. I know I've been on an extended intro right now talking about this. I know you have a lot to say about it as well, but I think this is good for the game. I think baseball should lean into this. You more often, boom, you have something right here that can help enhance the offense right now, because pitching's been awesome. And I know Jeff Passan was on the Dan Patrick show today talking about it. Like, hey, pitching's been really good. Lean into this if you're baseball. Offensively, I think it's cool. There's no rules being broken. Anybody can use it. Not cheating. It's within the rules. Anybody can go out there and get one. You like it, you use it. If you don't, you don't. I'm cool with it. What say you, Francisco?
Let's say me. I totally agree with you. It's at this point, it's kind of even, I would say, even today a little bit. At this point, it's kind of died down just a bit.
A little bit.
Nick, yeah, it's died down a little bit. We're 100% making too much of this, even off the bat. No pun intended. Look at me. Look at me. But
wait. You should hear all the puns like TV networks are doing with it. It's hysterical.
I'm not the first one. Yeah,
you're not the first one. You might be the last, to be honest.
Usually I'm the first one for things. So this is breaking news. But Nick, we're 100% making too much of it. Even when the Yankees, as I was, heading down to Washington on Saturday, and I was seeing the Yankees hitting all those home runs. Judge had 3, and another thing is it's right there. Aaron Judge isn't even using it. And he's tied for the league lead. With Suarez from Arizona for the lead for MLB lead in home runs. He doesn't need it. And now they I was reading earlier that there's a list of players that are known players that are using them right now. And let me give you a couple of those numbers. How about superstar in Queens, New York, Francisco Lindor? And this is prior to today's game. I think he might have had one hit in today's game so far. But Lindor, 0 hits in his first 3 games. And I think he's using the torpedo bat. That's at least on the list. Jose Trevino, 222 average, 0 home runs right now. Ryan Jeffers, 200 average, 0 home runs at the moment. Aaron Judge, like I said, tied for the Major League Baseball lead in home runs and is not using a torpedo bat. If anything, we just need a big sample size at season's end, and then we can come back to this and say, is this really a problem? If Jazz Chisholm is hitting 55 home runs and Carlos Stanton and Aaron Judge are combining for 160 home runs, and Anthony Volpe is having a 40 home run season, which he's probably not capable of, then we can have a different conversation. If Ellie De La Cruz, I can keep going on here, Nick. If Ellie De La Cruz decides to cheat and hit 80 home runs, then we can have a different conversation. But we're not at that point. Right now, it's the beginning of the season. It's been done before. 15 home runs in the first 3 games. It's happened before. The Yankees aren't the first team to do it. And it's a big deal. Obviously, I think it's made a much bigger deal because who is it? It's the Bronx Bombers. Of course, It's made a bigger deal than it is. People get pissed off about the home runs. It's the Yankees. And it's, how are they even this good? All these injuries. Cole Hill, they're supposed to be bad this year. They're supposed to be everybody else. No, the Yankees still have some good offense on that team, led by big man Aaron Judge, who might hit 98 home runs this year. Who knows? Without the torpedo bat. So, I'm spewing a whole lot of nonsense here, Nick, after the fact, but I think you get the point. Obviously, people are making way too much of this. I understand in the moment, it's the New York Yankees. We don't like the Yankees. I get it. But just settle down. If you want to get upset, wait until October. I know patience is a hard thing for people to do, but have some patience.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Yes. It's different. It's a change. It's a change from the norm. We know people,
but you don't even notice it. Like I don't even notice. Like if you're watching a game, like I was watching some of the Yankees game, the Yankees Diamondbacks like an hour ago. I was watching Paul Goldschmidt bat. I don't know, was he using the torpedo bat? Maybe he's not. But I don't notice unless I zoom in on it.
Goldschmidt was, but
exactly.
It's something that has gone away from the norm, and people are, well, this is going to ruin the game. No, it's not. It's not gonna ruin the game. Okay, it's gonna be fine. We're all gonna be okay. The game is going to be fine. This might even just be a fad for a little bit, and we'll look back at episode 200 of the shift, and we'll be like, remember that? Remember when they were using those torpedo bats? That really lasted. I mean, that could be this as well. So we have to realize that too. It's within the rules. It's fine. Try it out. I mean, it's not where it's like a cork bat or anything, and guys are just hitting home runs left and right. It's not even close, right? Like, it's not that at all. So it's a little bit of a different look. Guys can hit a little bit better on the inside part of the play. They're not getting as jammed as much. Sure. Awesome. I love that. Fine. And I can understand if you hate it too. Okay? I can understand if you hate it. Well, he can't, if he keeps getting jammed or anything, he must not be a great hitter. Okay, that could be true too. This is now a way to get around that. And I don't think it's cheating if everybody can do it. Everyone can do it. And it's within the rule book. Change the rules then at the end of the year. When you're 2026, when you go to the collective bargaining, change the freaking rules. Okay? If you don't want this to happen, you can't move the weight down. All right. Simple rule change. Get rid of it. So I want to comment. Let us know in the chat, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Let us know what you think about this, because I mean, this is such a big topic conversation. I just watched a clip from Good Morning America was talking about this. Yep. I mean, and baseball, lean into it. Lean into this, because offensively, you want something that could elevate your hitters. Pitching's ridiculous right now. I mean, we've heard the conversations of, are they going to move them? Could they move the mound back because guys are throwing so hard, right? They're just throwing. They're not pitching anymore. And I've talked about this on the radio plenty of times. Like guys are just throwing; they're not pitching it. So guys are throwing heaters. Averages have been down over the last how many years, right? So if this is another way to get averages back up and get people interested, I'm for it, and baseball should be for it. Lean into this. This is awesome. Might be a fad, but it's a great topic of conversation. If guys can, gain a little bit of an advantage here, I think it's great. I think it's great for the game.
Yep. Good points by you, sir. Good points by you. And
Thanks,
let's
man.
hey, no problem. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a nice guy. I tell the truth. When you make good points, you make good points. And when you don't, I'll let you know though as well. So stay tuned throughout the show because there's a big chance that there's some points you make that are So stay tuned for that.
It's always good. It's always good over here. It's always
good. Sure. All right, it's meat and potatoes time, baby.
Oh, way.
And I got to be honest, Nick. I had dinner and I literally had steak. Actually, I'll just tell you what I had because I'm weird.
Get into it.
I had weird. I'm weird. You know me.
Yes.
I had leftovers. I'm lazy. My mother makes dinner. I have leftovers. I had chicken, steak, a cheeseburger.
Wow.
And spaghetti.
Wow. You went.
So a lot of meat and potatoes there.
Yeah.
I had no potatoes actually, but meat for sure.
Okay. It's good. Good for
what
you.
About you. What about you?
You had a lot of meat. You had a lot of potatoes. Good for you. All right. I had Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna lie. Got home a little later than usual. I was like, you know what? I'm not cooking a thing. I don't usually cook a thing anyway. The most I could go is noodles. But I had pizza the other night, so I was like, you know what? We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna get a chicken sandwich. I'm gonna have some nuggets. No pun
Nicky
intended.
Nuggets.
Nuggets. No pun intended there. And yeah, so some nuggets, some fries, and a chicken sandwich. That my dinner.
You ever gonna get that sponsored like Nick's Nuggets?
I think it is sponsored. It is sponsored. It is sponsored.
Well, I mean, like, are you ever gonna get like a Wendy's ad with your face on it or something?
Maybe.
Nick's Nuggets.
You never know. I'm a big TV guy now.
Yeah, you're Nicky Sticks.
Nicky Sticks. So all the nicknames they continue to be evolving every day.
I mean, the legend of Nick Earnshaw is growing every single.
Oh, it's something.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're gonna be at Phillies games this week.
Will
making appearances. There. I mean, you're being asked for heavily wherever you go.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of you, and I think we're all proud of you.
Thanks, man. We're proud of you too. We're proud of you.
Thanks, man. That's what I do. All right, so let's get into the first part of the meat and potatoes, Nick. I want to have some fun with this.
Yes.
It's with the early in the season. About 5-6 games through the regular season. And let's play a little game called Overreaction, Not Overreaction.
Yes.
And we'll give two each from us. We'll give two questions. And then
statements. They're more so statements.
Questions / statements. And give our not questions, statements. And and you tell me overreaction, not an overreaction, and I'll do the same for yours. So I'll go first. I'll give you mine, and then tell me what you think. All right. We're going off of the lead topic here.
Gotcha.
Aaron Judge will hit 70 home runs this season.
Oh, this is tough. I'm going to go, it's an overreaction.
Okay.
I know he's off to a hot start. I get it. He's trying to go for it. I'll say he'll get like 67.
Oh man, that's pretty. Okay.
I know, but I don't think
far.
It's not far, but it's not 70. I got 65, 66, 67. I think that's doable. Sure. Stays healthy. I don't think he hits 70 though. I think he has a massive year. Feels like that. It was like March. It just turned April Fools. I'm not kidding on this one, but I believe it's an overreaction. I think he'll get close. I think he could get close, but no cigar.
No cigar.
Yeah, I just think. 70 is a lot. Like that's a lot.
67. Like you're saying that like it's like a huge difference. It's not 3 home runs off.
I'm thinking like the pace he's on now. Like I get it, but
Right.
I just don't see it. I think. I mean, it'll be close, sure. Like I think he can get there, get relatively close, but it's not gonna be enough. Like they'll put the chase on, like maybe in August, September, they'll put the chase on for 70. He won't.
Ellie versus Judge for the home run chase.
Well, Ellie can get 70. Ellie will get 70.
All right, yeah. We got torpedo bats now. Yep.
Torpedo bat. I mean, the guy. What was the stats like? I had it saved just for today. Like, I know we're talking about Aaron Judge here, but we do have to talk about how good his stats were. I did have it saved somewhere. Oh yeah, 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, 4 runs, 11 total bases for Mr. De La Cruz.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's Great not player. There yet, but a good player. Maybe he had a good night. Had a good night feeling himself. Look, listen. The first time I have my current tennis racket, the first time I got it a couple of years ago, I paid a lot of money for it. It's a good tennis racket. I felt good. I had a great day the first time I played with it, and then I came back to earth because because it happens.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So
all right, yeah, keep hating. Yeah. It's fine.
All right, next one. Mackenzie Gore, who had 13 strikeouts versus the Phillies in the opener for the Nats and the Phillies. With that said, Mackenzie Gore, Nick, one of my big breakout starting pitchers for this year. Do you think he will break out enough where maybe he can have like a Tarek Skubal type of year last year and win the National League side this season?
Oh, you're killing me. These are good ones by you. I'll tell you that. These are good ones. Wow. So you had Wheeler, right? Like I can go back.
I did. Yeah.
Like this was our picks.
You came prepared. Yes.
This is our picks. Okay.
Yes.
Start of the year before the season. I mean, the real opening day, that was the 27th.
Right.
I can't pick him over Paul. I'm going to go over. Both years are overreaction. Okay. You're just overreacting. I think you're crazy. I think you're insane. Well, you're not insane, but he'll be in the mix. All right. Let me be frank. He'll be in the mix. I mean, opening day, guy was just dealing. He also had the shadows though, too. I will say.
Oh my gosh! Well, Wheeler didn't have 13 strikeouts; he had 8. That's the shadows.
Still,
I hate hearing this crap about the shadows. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, the opening day he had a little bit of shadow help. I'm just gonna throw it out.
Yeah, congratulations. I hope Gore has like 15 strikeouts his next.
Listen, Gore is legit, man. I think he'll be in the running. This guy knows how to pitch. He throws gas. He hits the spots. His command is ridiculous. I think he'll be in the mix. I'm not putting him over Paul. You know that. I think it's not a crazy overreaction because he's 26 years old. You've kind of been waiting for him to really come around. Like last year, 10-12, 3.90 ERA, 32 games. Like solid. Like he was solid last year. Came over in the trade for Juan Soto just a couple of years ago. So this is somebody who I think he's getting there, and I think he could have a massive year this year. We'll see. Let's see. Can he build off that first start, having all those strikeouts? He's got the mechanics. That's why he was a first round pick, right? Like he was a top talent coming out. So I think it's time he's due to start being in that mix and in that conversation. With the Nationals, they got a lot of young players. He's one of them.
Okay. All right. Give me yours. Give me your statements.
All right. For me, I mean, this team has just. So I found a stat today. All right, with the Atlanta Braves, and they start off 0-5. Profar with players, I believe, who have had at least 5 at bats this year on the Braves. Right? No Ronald Acuna, he's hurt. Profar was the only one who was batting 200. Everyone was under 200, batting under 200 right now. So this is where it leads me to this. Overreaction or no, Francisco Rojas. The Atlanta Braves will finish 3rd place or worse in the NL East. Your thoughts?
I'm gonna go overreaction. Okay. I still think it's the Phillies, the Braves, and then it's the Mets. Like not a huge drop off, but I still think the Braves are better than the Mets. I like their offense a little better, and I like their starting pitcher. Starting pitching once they get Strider back, once they get Acuna back. I do think there's gonna be a tiny gap there, like a tiny solid gap where the Braves and the Phillies are in front of the New York Mets. I'm gonna go overreaction.
Okay.
I think I'm going to overreaction. It's like it's not a slam dunk, but if I'm leaning towards one here because the Mets are still a good team, but I put the Braves in the contender category. Phillies and Braves both contender category.
Fair.
I don't put the Mets in the contender category. I don't believe in their starting pitching. I don't believe it. I just don't. So I still think, I know this is regular season talk. This isn't, playoffs and whatever talk, but I do think the Braves, that is an overreaction.
Okay. All right. They are 0-5. They're dead last to start the year. Profar now out 80+ games. And we'll talk about that in just a second. So my second one for you and the audience out there, if you want to comment, you're more than welcome to leave one. All right. Devers looks like crap. Okay. I mean, what an hard year for him. He has been bad to start. 0 for 19, 15 strikeouts. Francisco, Rafael Devers will bat under 250 by the end of the year. Is that an overreaction or no?
I think it is. Now, I will say this. It is an interesting dynamic with him not playing third base anymore. It definitely takes a shot to his ego. This is taking something that's going to be maybe for him getting used to. I think maybe it's not something that we talk about enough with players playing a position versus being a DH. Maybe there is something to that with how a player performs. Maybe there really is something to that. I still think it's an overreaction. You look at Devers' track record. He's in his age 28 season. In Boston, they're talking about giving this guy a Trey Turner standing ovation. Why Trey Turner got a standing ovation, by the way, on Monday makes no sense to me. But I just wanted to throw that in there.
Wait,
what?
Got a standing O? Did I miss that?
Oh yeah. He got a standing O for when he pinch hit.
Oh, when he pinched hit.
It wasn't like the standing O we got when in 2023, but it was a noticeable
8 standing ovations he got a couple years ago. The 10 standing ovations.
I forgot. We are on the same page about we were on the same page about the standing O. Anyway, I just had to throw that in there. But look, man, Devers, I think for him, this is taking a little bit of readjusting.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about batting average specifically here, 272, 271 going backwards from 2024. On 272, 271, 295, 279, 263. That was the COVID year. I'm not going to put a whole lot into that. And then 311 way back in 2019. The last time he hit under 250 was his 2018 year, which was his first full year where he played at least 120 games in the big leagues. So I'm going to say it's an overreaction. Devers is still one of the elite hitters in Major League Baseball. Now, maybe it turns out that maybe some players they need to play the field and it's not for them. Maybe we'll see. And maybe I'm wrong here. But I think 5 games into the season, Devers has been too much of an elite hitter to, I think, look at the first couple of games where he's striking out a lot. It's been really bad. I think it's a little too early to say that he'd be hitting under 250. So I will say overreaction. So I think we said overreaction to all of ours. Yeah,
I think we said overreaction to all of them. And I think we are a little overreactive today. it's
okay. It's
not the bad
start of the season.
Not the bad.
Yeah. Love the people that get at you on Twitter for takes like after opening day. You're like, how are we gonna say that on opening day, dude? Have some fun, man. Like,
have a good time.
I don't know what to say. Like, my camera's shaking right now because I'm slamming the table. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, you're getting animated. You're getting animated.
I don't mean to get
excited. I mean, baseball's back. It's April.
Like, it's fun. It's fun. Like, come on. Mackenzie Gore might win the Cy Young. Like, it's fun. Have some fun.
He might. He'll be in the mix. All right. It's over. That's a big one by you.
Okay. Can he finish second in Cy Young voting?
Sure. I'll give
Then how is it an overreaction?
It's not
that
an
versus one. So it's not.
Mean, he's not winning it. You said he's going to win it. He's not winning.
Yeah, but if he finishes second, then it's not that much of an overreaction to say that he could win it.
That's still an overreaction.
Yeah, but if he's that close to winning it, then it's not that much of an overreaction.
You should have refrained. You should have phrased it.
No, I shouldn't have. I'm giving you.
I think you should.
I'm just trying to. Anyway, we have other things to talk about.
We're gonna continue our meat here. It's getting to our meat. We got a lot of meat to go. A lot of meat and potatoes.
Oh, yeah, we do. Let's get more into that meat. Jurickson Profar, Nick, has been suspended. Did not see this coming, by the way. Skinny guy. Suspended 80 games for performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, Profar was really one of the Atlanta Braves' big acquisitions. This offseason had a career year where he had a 135 OPS plus. He originally, Nick, was a top prospect, way back like a decade ago, and finally blossomed with the Padres in 2024. And after blossoming, Nick, he gets 80 game suspension for it's HCG. It's some sort of drug that works with your testosterone, and it's a performance enhancing drug. And now he's going to be suspended 80 games. Will be deducted almost $6 million of his $12 million.
5.8.
Yeah, 5.8. Of his $12 million salary this season, and he will not be able to play in the playoffs for the Atlanta Braves. Nick, just give me your general thoughts here. I also want to get into kind of like, are you surprised players are still? We are only a few years removed from Tatis, all that stuff. Like, are you surprised? Like, what are your thoughts on Profar and him getting 80 game suspension for PED use?
I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised the player got caught again. Like, it's never gonna. I don't think it'll ever fully go away. You're gonna have guys take stuff that, they might not even realize that. Hey, it's banned. It's a banned substance because that happens at times. That does happen. I will it does happen. Mm-hmm. But listen, he messed up. It doesn't shock me. Does it bother me really? No, because I'm of the proponent of, hey, put all the other guys who used them in to the Hall of Fame anyway. I'm not shocked by it, but it is pretty interesting that he's the only guy batting 200 on the Braves, and they're 0-5, and no one else can bat higher than him. So it really wasn't working that well, to be honest. But not surprised by guys getting caught. I mean, it's more of a general thing for me. You're going to see this all the time still. So I think for Profar, I mean, this is a big loss. This is a big signing for him. Like, he lost $5.8 million of a $12 million contract this year, and he'll be eligible about June 29th against the Fighting Phils to come back. So I mean, he's missing a quarter of the season. I mean, that's essentially what it is. I mean, really, actually, he's missed half the season, I should say. But include playoffs too. He's missing a little less than half of the year. So yeah, big loss to start the year for them. Not how you want to start it. You're still waiting for Acuna to kind of get back into it, right? A lot of high hopes for the Braves heading into this year, looking for a bounce back year. Injuries have plagued them like they did last season. Now you have the Profar thing starting off this year. Not the way you would want to start for the Braves, especially when you're struggling in 0-5 and can't hit a baseball or anything. So, yeah, I mean, this is a big loss. You're going to lose him. Last year he won a Silver Slugger, batted 280, a lot of career highs, signed that big deal. They were expecting him to be a big part of this offense. And now look, now he's gone. Now he's gone for a good chunk of the year. So big loss, doesn't surprise me. Someone else got it. How about
you? First off, Corey on YouTube is saying no Dodgers talk. Man, shout out to Corey. We appreciate you tuning in.
Corey,
but
yes.
Look, man. I mean, what do you want to say about the Dodgers? I originally was going to do an overreaction that the Dodgers will break the Mariners and Cubs record for wins in a season, but like that's so predictable. Like people are already doing that question anyway. We don't need to talk about the Dodgers. We don't need to. We did the Tokyo series. The Dodgers have been talking about all off season. Well, we'll get to the Dodgers. Nothing to talk about right now. They are 6-0. Congrats. You're doing what everyone thought you were going to do. That's it.
They're a good baseball team. They're a good baseball team.
Correct. And honestly, we
appreciate you, Corey.
Yeah, we appreciate you, but God, I don't know what you want me to say. I a lot of talent on that team. Glass now looked nasty the other night. How much you want me to say? That's it.
Now your Dodgers talk. There you go.
There you go. That's the Dodgers talk for the night. Stay tuned. There might be more. Who knows? But for my whole thing with Profar, Nick, and I was listening to Talking Baseball earlier, which I do a lot with Chris Rose and Trevor Plouffe. Kind of just want to echo them. Like I wonder what it's like in the clubhouse. If you're the clubhouse, you're his teammates, and you're the owner, the GM, you're the fans. You feel, you take. It's got to suck. Like, it's got to be a horrible feeling. Like, you took a chance on this guy. You gave this guy $42 million over 3 years. Now, okay, he won't get $6 million. But Profar is still going to be reaping the benefits of his big year in 2024. Did he willingly know that he was taking it? I'm not sure, but I don't know. Is he going to appeal this? I mean, don't you think if you really were against this, wouldn't you appeal it? I don't know. But maybe that's not how it works. But I don't know. That's got to be annoying for teammates to have to deal with. It's got to be a lonely feeling for, for them, for like I said, the GM, the owner, for taking a chance on him. And it's got to suck, for Braves fans, because he was one of their bigger acquisitions this offseason. So not a good situation overall. And Nick, I will say this, like, you are right that you're not surprised that people are still getting caught. But I don't know, just over the years, we had Mitchell Report, we had the steroid era, we had Robinson Cano a decade ago, we had Manny Ramirez, we had A-Rod, recently had Tatis. Who else am I thinking of? I think they mentioned Urban Santana on Baseball Today as well. I don't know. You don't think the guys would just stop using it at this point and be like, okay, like that's a thing of the past. You think you're just going to keep? Yeah, I guess. Like, look, and Trevor Plouffe mentioned this on the show earlier too. That I guess if you're Profar, who cares? You're still getting $37 million over the next 3 years, no matter what. You still getting the benefits from it, no matter what.
You're still getting. You're losing a big chunk of your contract.
You are, but I mean, this is probably the biggest contract
million.
he's gotten though. It's
almost half. It's almost half. It's half his salary this year.
I know, but he's still going to get. So he's going to lose $6 million off of 42 over 3 years, is what I'm saying. Now.
But he's losing it this season. He's losing six.
But you're
half
still
your salary. Imagine your salary getting cut in half. It's a big chunk, man. It's a big chunk.
I understand, but like still the back 2/3, so you're still getting $30 million. Like you're still, who knows how much went that in 2024.
We'll see. All right.
That's all I'm saying. So that's my thing on the Profar thing. I don't know. Part of me is still a little surprised that guys are using. But let's move over to up to Boston. Garrett Crochet gets a 6-year, $170 million extension with the Boston Red Sox. Nick, I'll tell you, I mean, this is not a surprise. They weren't going to just trade for him and just keep him for it would have been just for this season, correct? Just for this season.
Yep.
You didn't trade away, and then now they obviously didn't have to. I mean, they were lucky enough to where they had Roman Anthony and Christian Campbell, and you don't have to worry about those, trading away those guys to still get Crochet. Yes, they gave up Kyle Teal, but you were still able to retain your big time prospects that are going to be a big part of the future of this team. But you weren't going to trade away a prospect package to get Garrett Crochet and not sign him to an extension. Now, you are taking a risk because he hasn't exactly, had the best, he's had some health issues to start his career, but did get the Tommy John surgery. Usually guys only have to get it, once, and then they're usually good for the rest of their career. So obviously Crochet has the ace stuff. His fastball slider combination is disgusting. We saw that in display in a full season last year when he had 200 plus strikeouts. He is an ace. He's a future ace, and you are taking a risk with the health stuff to start his career, but still a young pitcher and supposed to be a part of. They weren't going to get Crochet for 1 year. Like, yes, the Red Sox are trying to go for it this year, but I still think the Red Sox are, they signed Evers that extension, gave Bregman a 3-year deal, locking guys up for the long haul. They're not doing this just for this year. So it's all this coming.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense. Makes total sense by Boston to do this. Guy's in his mid-20s, right? And, you got to pay a lot of money for some of these players. If he goes out there and has a big couple of years, a year or two, right? Like, that cost is going to rise, right? Like, he's got plenty of time to do it, too. He's only in his mid-20s. You go out and you sign pitchers like this. They're locking guys up before they get really, really, really expensive. So this makes total sense if I'm the Red Sox from their perspective. Listen, I mean, he's got numbers very close to, guys like Scooble, guys like Chris Sale last season. He's right in that category. So you're Boston. You want to keep this guy around, especially with his age. His age, to get him on this type of deal in a couple of years, you're going to look back, boom, it's going to be worth it. You might look at it like, wow, steal. They have him on an awesome contract right now. So, obviously the injury thing, always a factor, right? Like, you're going to have to go into signing guys this age, had injury histories before. Sometimes you got to take a risk. And I think this is a nice calculated risk by Boston. I don't really think it's that much of a risk, but just looking at the overarching theme of it, yes, you're going to pay a guy like this. If you can pay him early, it might work out for you in the long run. And, 6 years, you're going to get him through his, age 30, has the option for his age 31 season, 2031. I think it's totally, totally worth it. Crochet, guy's young. He's ready to go. You had to sign. You had to do it.
Yep. All right. So one of your favorite teams, Nick, the Sacramento A's.
Oh, God.
You're a big Mason Miller guy. You're a big Lawrence Butler guy. Big Brent. Oh, you're a huge Brent Rooker guy.
I am a massive Brent Rooker guy.
Yeah, you are. You are. It's fine. JJ Bleday, Shea Langoliers. List goes on. You're just big into the A's. I'm surprised you're not wearing your A's hat.
Where's
Shout
George?
out to George Earnshaw.
Where's George?
Yeah, where's George?
I don't. It might still be in a box, to be honest. Right now, George might still be in a box. Yep. Still halfway done the man. Halfway done.
But Nick, how about this? There's no way it's real. The A's have decided to hold their, was it the first oh, there you go. It's perfect. Pick up a picture. They literally, like, this is a joke. That is their press conference room. Is there one you can find what's inside? I think it's right below that. It's okay if you can't. It's okay. I'll pull it up on Twitter because I do want to give a visual of this. I mean, it's unbelievable. So the Athletics have gone to certain depths of saving money to the point of they are using the inside of a, oh man.
There we go. I got it.
Oh, you got it. There it is. I mean, just brutal. It's a shout
out to Awful Now for the article.
That looked like my shed in my grandmother's house when I used to go get the wiffle ball bat. Like, I don't. What are we doing? I don't even know. But like, Nick, I guess my question for you is: have we hit a low point for how sad just the Athletics franchise has become and this situation? Have we hit a low point?
Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know. I have no words for that. Remember that was one of what segment did we do where I brought that up? That was, I think it was something that was not being talked about enough. I think that's what it was. Something we were not talking. Like, it was a couple shows ago. I
Yeah,
broadcast.
no, wasn't it the opening
preview,
day or
right?
was it the preview?
Was
It
it last
was the
show?
last one.
Might have been last show.
You talked about not being talked about enough. You talked about
Yeah.
the Marlins and the A's at
Yeah.
minor league stadiums. Yes.
Well, the Rays and A's. The Rays and A's.
So I'm sorry. Yeah, Marlins.
The Rays and A's. Yeah, they might. I don't know how they got a new stadium, to be honest. But dude, I mean, we're one episode from that, and we're already talking about how ridiculous this is. Like, I mean, are you kidding me? You can't. You're putting it in a shed. Like, it's literally in a shed. The press room.
It's
now
unbelievable.
listen, for those out there, broadcasting sometimes it can be like that. You have to do things like in a shed. Okay, that happens. But at the major league level, you should be beyond a shed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like
high school's different.
High school, college,
Right.
even minor leagues. Yes, minor league at times. The professional level, we're playing. First of all, apparently there's a short porch. They have a short porch too out there in Sacramento, and there was a home run hit. I believe it was at the time, a little bit before the recording of this show. There was a home run hit, and it was only going to be a home run in 1 out of 30 parks, and it was that park, which is a AAA stadium for minor leaguers, for a minor league baseball team. And that where are the Athletics? They're not Oakland anymore. They're nothing. They don't claim anywhere. They don't claim Sacramento, so you can't say Sacramento because they don't claim it. Okay, can't claim it. I can claim Philadelphia as a South Jersey guy more than they claim Sacramento. Okay. All right, we are a suburb. All right, we are a suburb, South Jersey. Okay, shout out.
Shout to the Bears.
This is such a joke, dude. I can't even muster up an actual like sentence regarding this. I can't because it's so stupid. I don't know how you, as a professional organization, as Major League Baseball, how the hell do you let it get to that point?
It's brutal.
Sorry, I got nothing else. I will get so angry before I go to bed tonight. I need to have milk and cookies before I go to bed. Okay.
Milk and cookies. I'm actually going to disagree with you. So I actually don't think this is a low point. I think I still can know because I was going through my thoughts earlier. No, Nick.
I didn't even. It's funny. I didn't quite. By the way, it's a low point.
Sorry, you kind of cut out.
Sorry, I didn't even answer the question. I think we're already at the low point for the A's.
Okay, but like, does this symbolize their low point for their franchise?
I think playing in a minor league field does. I think that symbolizes, not this. Yeah. This is just part of it.
No, it's a good point. I still think the low point for me, Nick, and maybe you can feel this just as a baseball fan, just loving the history of the game. I still think the low point for this franchise was their last game at the Coliseum. I think the fact that they still had a fan base that loved them. They had so much support from around Major League Baseball, and it's a historical franchise. No, that stadium is not the most beautiful stadium in the world, but it's a historical stadium. So many legendary teams, legendary players have played there. Moneyball, come on, the 20-plus game win streak. I still think that was the low point, just that being the last game there and them actually moving from Oakland. Emotionally, that feels like the low point, but this is definitely one of them. Like, this is just one of the more ridiculous, sad, like kind of comical. Like, yes, it's comical, but it's not. It's like, this is embarrassing. Like, for us as baseball fans, I feel embarrassed a little bit that if I showed this to somebody, I'd get knots in my stomach. I'd be like, oh, this is baseball. This is a major league team. It's embarrassing.
It is.
Like, Nick, if you had to, you're going to be you're in the press box tomorrow and Friday at Citizens Bank Park.
Yep.
Do you think would be nervous to show that to other people? Maybe in the press box, that know baseball and be like, this is our sport. How would you feel? Would you feel a little icky having to show that to somebody?
I mean, you should take pride in, as a manager, as an owner, you should want to take pride and want people to come to your ballpark and, where you're having everything. It should look nice. Like, you take pride. It means you don't care, and they don't care. They don't care. They wanted to get out of there. They did it on purpose. They let the Coliseum go through the shift. Okay, we keep it clean, PG here. got kids watching on purpose. Okay, I mean, they did it on purpose. This was intentionally done to get to Las Vegas. Okay, there's no other ifs, ands, or buts. This was done on purpose. They have a cheap ass owner who, I mean, they had possums in the broadcast booth. I mean, it doesn't get more ridiculous than that. I mean, I'm sorry, it's brutal. I mean, we thought it was funny in Moneyball, the guys paying for soda. David Justice. We remember that iconic scene, right? We got to pay for soda here in Oakland. I mean, they got to pay for a lot more. Okay, or now the Athletics, whatever. I don't even know whatever the franchise is anymore. It's so sad. It's such an iconic franchise, I should have wore the A's hat tonight, but I'm gonna get my blood pressure up.
Be careful, man. So can't
blow a gasket.
All right, let's get to the last topic of the meat and potatoes. This has been a lengthy meat and potatoes, but not in a bad way. It's just a lot to talk about tonight, which is good.
There is so much going on.
There's a lot happening. We appreciate you, Major League Baseball. Thank you for the content. But outside of Major League Baseball, we would like to say thank you to the SEC. Nick, I didn't know there was a curfew in any type of, professional. We're talking about college here, but college sports too. So this was Texas A&M and Kentucky. And there is a rule on Sundays, correct?
I believe so.
I think Sundays. Yeah. I'll pull it up. But on Sundays, that a new inning cannot start after 4:30 Eastern time. So Texas A&M was down, I believe, 10-5 to Kentucky. And I think so Texas A&M was up at the plate, and Kentucky purposefully stalled. The pitcher stalled, so he didn't have to throw a pitch until after 4:30, correct?
Yeah.
And the managers got into it. So you have here Michael Early from Texas A&M, and he started jawing with Kentucky's head coach too. And this was him talking about just the whole dynamic of what happened between them and Kentucky with the curfew.
It's like even embarrassing to talk about, but I told Roy King got out to strike out on purpose. So get to the bottom of the inning. Like, it's just, no, you can play cleaner baseball, right? You should be able to play that game, but this wasn't the case.
Like, he wasn't kidding. He was going to tell his kid, or he was telling his kid that depending on what happened, that he was going to tell him to strike out on purpose so that they can get to the next inning so they can play the next inning.
Yeah.
That's insane. Nick, I don't know all the rules here, but this can't happen. I'm sorry. Maybe this can happen in little league at the college level. When we're getting to the college level, Texas A&M, Kentucky. These are teams that are, in the NCAA tournament.
Division One.
Yeah, D1. What are we doing? I can't name any MLB players that played there off top. I know there's MLB players that went to these schools, and it's pretty ridiculous. You can't. I understand that kids needed. So they had the curfew, by the way. I didn't say, but they had the curfew so that those kids can get to class Monday morning.
Right.
They'll be fine, man. Look, play baseball. Go. You might get less sleep. You'll be fine. If you're really committed to the sport, wake up for class next morning. Look, man, they're fine. I understand it to a certain extent, but you need to figure out a better way, because I don't know what happens if they have to resume the game or if the game is over automatically, but I think it's dumb.
So as someone who's involved with JUCO baseball a little bit, softball, I've been around some college stuff a bunch. I've seen, because of lack of lights, games get called, etc. Those are reasons for it. But 4:30, I get the travel issue. We also have computers, we have laptops, we have remote classes. This is a little crazy to end it at 4:30. You can't let the game go, so we're gonna play to your advantage. It's a little crazy. I saw this. I was like, did you? I texted you right before the show. This is the last second ad to the show. It was like, yo, did you see this? Like, this is crazy. Like, they ended the game at 4:30. They're using the rules to their advantage just to, this one was wild. So I really I'm just kind of stunned on why and how that this was allowed to happen. Like Division I baseball, maybe, elevate the rules a little bit or change them. Change them. Speaking of changing rules.
Yeah, I got to change it. It's a weird dynamic. I mean, the Texas A&M coach is literally telling his kid he's going to strike out on purpose.
Strike out on purpose.
Imagine that.
That's
it's unbelievable.
Baseball's a funny game, man. Hold up, but baseball's a funny game. It
is funny.
Well, it can only happen in only in baseball.
Yep. I agree. All right, so Nick, we are getting to the finals.
Yes.
Of our bracket. If you have not kept up, by the way, do you have the picture of the bracket by any chance? If not, that's all. You're the man. You are the man. So as you can see here, we had our March Madness, which was brought to you by Nick Earnshaw, who had the fabulous idea for this segment. We're going to do more of these, by the way. And What did I say last episode? I said that if 2016 Mike Trout, right, beat 1999 Pedro Martinez, that we would never do a shift March Madness or a type of bracket ever again, because I want to do more of these. But the people came through. I don't. Let me go back and look at the numbers on each of the voting. It was actually closer than it should have been. It was a little embarrassing in that regard, just like how it was embarrassing for the A's to have a shed for their press conference. But Barry Bonds. So Barry Bonds. Actually, no. Pedro smoked Trout. What am I talking about? Bonds. But I was actually a little upset about this. It's kind of close, but Bonds beat 0-1. Barry Bonds beat 0-2 Randy Johnson, 58% to 42. Kind of close, but Bonds with a nice win there. And Pedro, kind of smoked Trout the water, 75% to 25%. So the people came through. Again, the segment wasn't going to happen if Trout won, especially won the whole entire thing. So thank goodness. 1999 Pedro Martinez, legendary. His stretch run from 99 to 2000, two of the best seasons of all time. If we could do two seasons by one player, that would probably be on there, 99 and 2000 Pedro. But we did, those were not the rules. The rules were one season per player. And then on the other side is maybe a number Aaron Judge is getting to. 73 homers. Could he be on this list in the future? Potentially. We have to do an updated list. I don't know. But 2001 Barry Bonds, who hit 73 home runs, had an on-base percentage of .515. I just enjoyed reading his numbers. .515 on-base percentage, an .863 slug, an OPS of almost 1,400. Just out of this world. Unbelievable. 11.9 WAR, which is the highest of his career. And then 99 Pedro on the other side, who had a 2.07 ERA, MLB leading 23 wins, almost a 10 WAR, 313 strikeouts, and 213 innings, Nick. We are in the final now, Nick.
Yeah.
Let me get your thoughts on the results of the semifinals, and then let's talk about who is going to be the winner for the first edition of the Shift Brackets, as it's added to all other segments. Thanks to you. Who do you think? What do you think? Semis? What do you think of the final?
So semis, I was stunned how close Bonds and Johnson were. I thought Bonds was going to run away with it. I really did. I thought Pedro and Trout were going to be the close one. I thought it was going to be flip-flop, to be honest. I thought Pedro and Trout were going to be close because Trout, I felt like, was just an underdog, and he was a sleeper. He was a Cinderella going to get to the final. I was like, oh, no.
St. Peter's.
Yeah, we would have banned doing a March Madness bracket.
Yeah.
But
imagine having to do that on there. Be like, hey, this is the last one we're going to do.
Never
the audience.
Yeah. So I was stunned at the semifinals. I mean, who won? I wasn't shocked at, but just the numbers. That's what was so shocking to me for the most part. So, that was shocking to me. I think Barry's gonna win. He should win. It's video game stuff that Barry did. Same with Pedro, but I wonder how close. I'm very curious to see how close it's going to end up because I feel like there's going to be guys who value pitching a little more than Bonds hitting. It's going to be. I think this one's going to be tight, dude. I really do.
So it's definitely going to be tight because I can see arguments for both sides. So Bonds using, let's be honest, use steroids. I don't even have to say let's be honest. He'd use steroids, but the 73 home runs probably doesn't hit without those.
Nope.
And on the opposite side of that, like Pedro was having 1968 Bob Gibson seasons back to back. Maybe he doesn't have a 112 ERA, but he might as well have because he was putting up the numbers that he was putting up in the steroid era, right in that time. So it's going to be tough. I mean, I guess we'll give our picks as we're going to put out the last poll right after this. Maybe we'll see. But stay tuned. I'm going to post the poll on our Twitter page for the last round here. But Nick, give me your pick, and then I'll give my pick. Who do you think should win the first shift bracket here?
Is it should or who do I think will?
We can do both if you want.
I think,
give me both. Who do you think should win?
I think Bonds is going to win. Pedro not doing the steroids probably should win. So, but I think Bonds is going to win.
Yeah. So
the pick, man.
I think Bonds will win, and I think Bonds should win. And here's why. I still think Barry Bonds, to me, from 2000 to 2004, is one of the best things we've ever seen in life. Okay, a lot of guys use steroids in the 90s and the 2000s. Yeah, exactly. And he put 24 home runs and put 73 up. You know what I mean? Judge is about to hit 70 without it. Well, who knows? You never know. But I'm not making speculation. I don't think Judge is juicing.
Bad job.
Judge not juicing. I don't think he's juicing.
Yankees fans are gonna come after you.
I'm not doing it. Jeez. But in all seriousness, Barry Bonds was just that time period. We've never seen anything like that in sports. I know he might not do it without the steroids, but I mean, the guy is just one of the best. It's the most feared thing I've ever seen in life was 2001 to 04 Barry Bonds. I don't know, man. It is tough because I understand the juicing argument because I don't think Pedro juiced or there's no evidence that he did.
That's what makes it so impressive.
Yeah. So I understand both sides. I do think it's going to be close. I will go with Bonds, and I think he should win. I'm going to go Barry Bonds.
All right. Sounds good. I can't wait to wrap it up next week.
Yes, I cannot wait. The first ever shift bracket. This is the March Madness edition because obviously it's March Madness. And we'll do something special for the winner. We'll do like a ceremony, a celebration, or something. Well, I don't know. We'll do something. We'll figure something out when we go on social media this week, and we'll figure out a way to congratulate the people who voted for him and congratulate Barry Bonds. Maybe we'll make a congratulatory video for him by me and Nick. We'll do something.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'd like to celebrate you and your career. So Nick, anything else, bud?
That's all I got, man. It's gonna be a fun week. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for
content,
baseball content on the social media platform.
Yes, sir. Sure. Yep. So that's going to do it for episode 83 of The Shift. We appreciate you. Make sure you watch us on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you guys soon.